All of us face challenges, obstacles, opposition, conflict, whatever you want to call it. And so, how can we stop being surprised that those things are going to happen? I think this is some helpful advice that Jesus actually gives in Matthew chapter 10. In verse 16, he says this: I am sending you out on a mission like sheep. And you go, oh, great. Sheep wander. They're not very bright. They often get lost. That's what the people were thinking, right? There are a lot of people who knew sheep, were farmers, etc. And he says, not only are you going to be a sheep, so you're going to be vulnerable out there, but you're going to be surrounded by wolves, he says. So that's the conflict, all right? We're all surrounded by wolves of some sort, because we live in this world that is full of wolves who want to devour. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to freak out. I just want you to lose control and not be able to think clearly. No, that's not what he's saying. But that is our natural instinct, and so it's important to identify that when conflict comes. Most of us avoid it. We do fight. We fight with people, or we fly away. And so he says, instead of those things, here's how I would respond. Be wise as serpents and innocent as doves. And so since that's so clear, I'll just leave it there. No, I won't. It's either of these characteristics, to be a serpent alone or to be a dove alone, without the other is dangerous. And so what he's saying is that this is our supernaturally new perspective. Jesus is saying, no one's really told you this before. And so here's a new perspective on how to approach this conflict. And these are going to complement your natural instinct. The word picture we get here, the metaphor, is that doves leave when other birds oppose them. They don't fight. They just scurry away and fly away. If you've ever watched a dove, when we have a bird feeder in our backyard, and it's amazing to see the doves just flit away when any size bird comes in. If we act shrewdly as a serpent, right? A serpent attacks. A serpent wants to change things, wants to fix things, wants to be on the offensive, right? And so we're not to be that way when it comes to conflict, and we can't just run away from conflict when it comes. We have to be prepared for it. And so in essence, what Jesus is saying is you have to blend these two concepts together. So don't be afraid to be wise by avoiding conflicts as the dove would, and avoiding attitudes of others and yourself when you can. But when you withdraw to a safe place to think, to pray, and to learn, and to be wise about how you approach other people. We all face conflict. We're all going to face conflict. And how we approach that conflict determines in many regards whether or not we keep pursuing our dreams and the things that we love to do. And so it's important to realize, look, you can't just attack people and you can't just run away and hide. Those are our natural inclinations, but Jesus is saying, look, it's time to begin looking at it from a blend of those two things. If we're going to handle obstacles well, we have to realize, okay, how can we think through these things? How can we make the best decision and know that they're going to come? There are always wolves out there. And how can we approach these things from a perspective of sheep? Well, we have to have a shepherd who is leading us, who's teaching us how we need to respond, and reminding us that it's about approaching people out of love and understanding that we want good things for them. Now, some of those may be difficult decisions that you have to make in your business or at home. But it's important to be able to say, I'm not going to stand on one side of the fence or the other. I'm going to stand in the middle, because that's where Jesus is as far as determining how to approach and resolve conflict. So if you want to learn more strategies and ideas about how you can be more successful with the people in your life, subscribe to my email list. I've got a link at the end of this video. And watch more videos on my YouTube channel for more strategies about how you can be successful at work and home. Thanks for watching.